Battery might die, which is lovely as always. But hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanae and here we do all things books. All things books. As you can tell, we love books here. And today we're going to be doing a reading vlog of reading some summer books before summer is officially over, even though in my mind it technically is fall, okay? My birthday ended. It is now fall. But I do have 3 books that I recently acquired that are giving summer. So I really want to read them this week. I am off of grad school for 1 more week until fall semester starts. We want to get books done. I want to get books read. I want to read at least all 3 of these books this week. The 3 books we're going to be reading this week are these right here. They're not super thick, not super long. So I'm hoping we can really fly through these books. So let's talk about them real quickly. We have Passion Project by London Sperry. I've been seeing this book a lot around and I've been really enjoying it and saying it's really cute, fun, and having a good time with it. So I really want to read it because it's giving summer, okay? She lives in New York City. I think it's summer there, who knows. But our main character, she is living in New York with her friend and she ends up being sent on this blind date kind of that her best friend put her on by putting like a profile for her on a dating website. She ends up, oh my god, my battery's dead. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm back. My thing is charged. My meeting happened. Let's get back to what we're reading. So the first book I said, Passion Project, following our main character. She lives in New York City. From what I've gathered so far, I'm currently about to start chapter 4. She is kind of not where she wants to be with life, I think, which is the goals that she had in mind with moving to New York City. And we're getting some information about somebody from her past. Don't really know who they are or their role, but we're gonna, I'm assuming, find out. But it starts off with our main character and she is in the bathroom of a restaurant throwing up, okay? Because she was put on a blindish date by her friend who set up a profile for her on a dating app, and she was gonna go on a date with this guy named Henry to kind of go make cocktails and hang out, whatever. She starts going there and she ends up having anxiety. She starts panicking, ends up leaving, going across the street to a restaurant by herself to drink copious amounts of wine, and then gets sick. She's in the bathroom having a time, you know, and someone keeps knocking on the door and she's like, hello, I'm in here, please hold. She walks out. It's the guy Henry. He was across the street and somehow for some reason he came across the street and goes, oh, so there you are, because she missed the date. And she pretends like she doesn't know who he is and that she's not who he thinks she is, and she flees and runs away, goes back to her apartment. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm on chapter 4, which is page, let's see, page 24. So far the chapters have been short, and last night I was gonna like stop reading and I was like, you know what, 1 more chapter, so I kept reading it. So far I'm enjoying it. I'm excited for kind of more of a lighthearted romance. I'm in the middle right now of like a fantasy-ish, sci-fi-ish book, but I took a pause for that right now because I'm in the mood to just read some last minute summer books before summer ends and to have like some quick fast-paced reads that I can fall in love with, hopefully with the stories, the romance, etc. So I'm very excited for this one. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day, not the rest of the day, I'm gonna spend a few hours right now reading it, and then I have work later tonight from 4 to like 7, and then we'll try to read some more later tonight. But my goal is to hopefully finish this by tomorrow, okay? Because we have other books to read. My last week of summer, we need to get on it. And I think this book is about, she ends up, I think, working with Henry, the guy that she went on a date with, to kind of find passion again. And like, I think they're doing like cute little fun things in New York to become passionate, fall in love. I'm excited. Next, we have Judy Blume, Summer Sisters. Hello, summer's in the title. That means we have to read it this summer. And this book seems like it'll be more of a hard-hitting read, but I'm excited for that. It follows our main character, and I believe her and her best friend, they were like really close when they were younger. Something happened and they fell apart, and we don't really know why. And now the girl's asking her to be, I think, like a maid of honor or bridesmaid in her wedding. And I think they're gonna kind of like deal with what happened in their past, how they got to where they're at, and why they're no longer friends. So I'm excited to read this one. It says, an exceptionally moving story that can leave the reader laughing and crying, sometimes at the same time. So I'm excited. I feel like the characters you might fall in love with. A beautiful story, life lessons to learn, funny moments, sad moments, hard-hitting moments. And it's still so weird. I don't really like anybody in it, but I'm really excited for this one. Again, not super long, so hopefully we can read it in a day or 2. And the next one I want to read is These Summer Storms by Sarah McLean. Again, summer's in the title, so we have to read this. Bestie on Bookstagram Book Talk. Destiny read this book recently and loved it, and so I was in Boston, I saw it, and I said, we must buy it, because when Destiny recommends a book, we have to read it. So I don't know much about this one, but it's giving kind of mystery, summery, and maybe hard-hitting vibes. I believe it's about a family a wealthy New England family have a long overdue reckoning and a week that threatens to tear them apart. So I believe there's like kind of like life lessons, but also a mystery that you're uncovering. It says, a smart and tender story about the transformative power of grief, love, and family. This luscious novel explores past secrets, present truths, and futures forged in the wake of wild summer storms. So I'm excited for this one as well. Again, not super long. So my goal is to really try to read these books like in a day or 2. My schedule this week, it is currently Monday. So I had work this morning, I had a meeting this morning. I have work tonight 4 to 7, and then tomorrow I just have work in the evening. Same with Wednesday, and that's it. We'd have nothing during the day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So my goal, guys, I know if you've been here a while, you know I love to set goals and I don't always achieve them when it comes to how quickly I read books. But my goal is to read all these books by Friday. That gives me time to read other books this weekend. So my goal, okay, take a day or a half, day and a half, day, 2 days to read all these books and get them done this week because my reading goal is in shambles. Okay, we're probably, most likely, definitely 90% sure not gonna hit it this year, and that's okay. But I really want to get in as much books as I can for my last week, okay? Because I had 3 weeks off and I did go away every weekend for that. I had like a work trip, I had like a birthday trip, and I had a birthday trip, I had a work trip. I went away last week for a family trip. Now my 1 weekend left, I'm not going anywhere. So my goal is to really dive into all these books and get lost in all these stories and hopefully find some new favorites. The only thing I have to besides work the next few evenings is I work out in the mornings at like 7 a.m. So that's what I do every single day. But besides that, we are free. I do have orientation actually also on Friday for my school practicum. It's like 8 to 12. So that'll be time taken out, but we're gonna get through some books. So let's get started with book number 1, Passion Project. And what we're gonna do today, guys, we're gonna do a little twist on these books. We're gonna use a wheel. Okay, I love my handy dandy wheel. And we're going to have it tell us how many hours we read a day, okay? So we're gonna make it pretty hefty because I want to read a good amount. So we'll do 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Okay, today we're gonna do 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 4 hours because I do have work this evening and I will be busy. But all the other days we can do like 6 hours as potential hours. So that's what we're gonna do. So today we're gonna do 2 to 3 to 4 hours. So we're gonna spin it and see how many hours I have to read for today. You guys can tell me. What does it say? 4 hours today. We have to read for 4 hours today. So hopefully by doing this, it is really gonna get us to get books done, okay? So I'm gonna set a timer for 4 hours and we're gonna make sure that we read for 4 hours today, okay? So we have it here. And we're gonna do this so that way I can read right now. Again, I'm gonna set up for work real quick that I have later today, but I should be done by 1. It's currently 12:30. So that means I can read technically 1 to 4. 1 to 3:30. So that's what we're gonna try to do and see how far we can get into this book and see my thoughts on it. I'm very excited to read this. So let's get into it. So far I'm on page 68. I have 23 minutes left in my 1 hour timer that I was doing, but we are now entering our passion projects. They're meeting up to go do their first little activity and I'm loving their banter. The back and forth is funny and it's so like lighthearted. Like she's like stressed in her own head and like overwhelmed and like anxious, but he's just like, his comebacks are just funny and he like already gets it because he knows he has anxiety because she told him that she had a panic attack. And so like he like texts her like, I know you want to ghost me again, but I'm gonna bribe you with pizza if you show up. So he like was able to like combat it because he kind of knew ahead of time that she would probably be feeling this way, and here we are. So we're gonna keep reading. Okay guys, reading update. It is the next day. Look how much I read. Are you guys proud of me? I am on chapter 23. Okay, we read yesterday for 4 hours. When did we start? We started on chapter 4. That was page, I think, 24. I read 200 pages in 4 hours. Let's see. About 56, 60 pages an hour, which timed out because during my 1 hour reading, I did, I think, like 75 pages, and I was getting distracted watching Netflix, whatever. We are going to do the timer again for today to see how many hours I'm going to read. I'm home from working out, doing the gym, getting ready, etc. I have work at 5 o'clock for an hour and a half, so I work 5 to 6:30. It's currently 12:20, so we have hours to be read. My goal is to finish this today, and so far my thoughts, I am really enjoying this book, guys. I am eating it up. I've been tabbing it with like cute moments, anxiety representation, romance quotes I love, and I love it. I love the banter between our 2 characters. They're so funny. They're so quirky. They have like their little passion projects are just so fun. Our main character, he's a photographer and he's just sweet, down to earth, sincere. He's also dealing with something personal in his life that they're kind of talking about, and we learn more about what happened with our main character, our main FMC in the past, that kind of led her to this mindset that she has and like the way she's living her life. We learn more about that and it's just so sweet. Like some quotes we love. Okay, it says, having your life together is not a prerequisite for love. You deserve love, Bennett. You deserve to be happy. Don't keep punishing yourself. And let's see, this one right here, you've become one of my favorite people very quickly. And then one quote, I feel soft, safe, and seen. they go, pretend I don't exist, and he goes, yeah, like I could do that. And let's do one more. Because the more trash you accept in your life, the more you feel like you deserve it. I don't want to feel like I deserve it anymore. Just like kind of the hole that she's put herself in with the way she has been feeling, and then realizing kind of like, this isn't the life I've been wanting to live. I'm not doing the things I've wanted to do or thought I would be doing, and I've kind of kept my mindset stuck on a certain situation that's been holding me in this like hole, and she's trying to work her way out of it. The passion projects between them are so cute. I love the side characters in this. Okay, Sal, Sonia, Jamie, I love them. They're so funny, they're so sweet, down to earth, kind. Mr. Kirk, whatever, that man, get out of here, okay? You irritated me, besides the point. So far, I'm eating this up. This is exactly what I needed, okay? This is exactly what I needed. Fun, but like hard hitting, but like sweet, cute, funny, quirky romance. So, we're gonna do the timer again. Okay, let's see what we get. 6, of course. Of course. Okay, I barely did the 4, but it's fine. We're gonna do it. And here's my new rule, because I like to add rules, because we're gonna try to do it, okay? But if I don't do it today, we will have to add it to tomorrow's time. But the goal is to get it done today. So we're gonna set the timer for 6 hours, and we're gonna read. I kind of like this method also because it's like gives 24-hour without giving 24 hours, because as we know, I kind of stuck at 24 hours recently always, and so by this, maybe this would be practice for me to get back to my 24 hours locked in and actually do it in 24 hours instead of my like 3-week 24-hour challenge, you know? Anyways, let's continue reading and hope, well, by 6 hours we should be able to finish this book and start our second book. I'm so excited. Okay, let's go. You guys, we have finished our first book of this reading vlog. Guys, I did it. I finished it. Look at us go. I still have about 3.5 hours left in our 6 hours of reading for the day. But guys, I enjoyed this book so much. I loved the couple. I loved each of our main characters, even when they were frustrating me a little bit, mostly the FMC. My microphone died, so I don't know what was said. But I loved our characters. I loved seeing the anxiety, depression, grief talked about in here, and the way it can like really impact you and your decisions, and the way your thought process can become and be consumed by the anxiety and grief, and seeing them coming through it, working through it, finding ways to continue to live and pursue things you're passionate about, and finding love. Oh, I loved it. I loved all the side characters in here. I loved Henry. He was so patient and so kind, and he was dealing with things on his own as well, but like he was still such a good person, okay? And I loved it. I laughed, I got teared up, I was happy, I was sad, I was stressed. I had a great time. Great time with this one, guys. We did it. Okay, so now on to my next read, and that is going to be, I think, Summer Sisters. So we're gonna put this one to the side. And next, we're going to read Judy Blume's Summer Sisters, about two friends who had something happen in their past, they're no longer friends, and now they're going to meet up again for a wedding. And I think figure out why things happened the way they did. And this is going to be more of a hard-hitting, kind of like friendship lesson, life lesson story. But I'm excited. So I am going to, I think, edit my TikTok real quick, and then I have work in an hour. But we will finish the rest of these hours tonight as well. But we're going to get the tabs for this and get ready to probably annotate it. I'm not sure what I'm going to annotate, but we'll find some things to think about to annotate. But book number 2. Let's go. That is such a pretty page. We're gonna see what I put for this one once I start reading it. But I'm assuming friendship and quotes I love, at least for now, and we'll see what else we get to. I like it. Look, it goes back in like, it goes by time period. So it has part 1, Dancing Queen, part 2, Rapture, part 3, We Are the World, part 4, Didn't We Almost Have It All, part 5, Steal the Night. Then we have our prologue and our epilogue. And it's split up by years. So this prologue right here, 1990, is where the last part starts. Take note of that. Summer Sisters. Okay, you guys, let's do an update. I did not reach my reading challenge last night. Listen, I got busy and then I was just tired and I had to get up in the morning to work out and I just could not keep staying awake because I've been miserable in the morning. So we just went to bed, but I have about 2 hours left from yesterday. So we're gonna finish the 2 hours tonight. It is currently 7:45 p.m. So I'm gonna spend the evening reading for at least 2 hours tonight, if not more. And then tomorrow we will do a new timer. Okay. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. I went to a coffee shop today. I was editing some videos. I read for a little bit, but not much. Currently on page 60 of the book. And I was saying this on a TikTok that I know it's not far, 60, but I feel like I haven't really read much. And to be on page 60 already kind of seems like it went by quickly. But the story is interesting so far. I'm not even sure how I feel about it yet. I'm obviously very much in the beginning. But our main character, Vix, meets Caitlin, who is the other girl who is the best friend that is getting married. And so in the beginning, the main girl, Vix, gets invited to Caitlin's wedding, and then now it goes back in time to when they first met, and then I think it's gonna be like kind of every summer leading up to where they're at now and like what happened between them. And it has different parts in the book, and each part is based off like a time period. So we're getting to experience kind of like Caitlin's or Vix's home life and her parents as well as Caitlin's life. So Vix lives with her mom and dad, and she has I think 3 younger siblings, and then Caitlin lives with her mom, and her mom and dad are separated, and then she has a brother who lives with her dad. And then every summer she goes to stay with her dad and brother at a house like by the beach. And so she brings Caitlin there, and Caitlin is experiencing that. What is very interesting with this book is that we do get random changes in point of views, and I wasn't expecting that. We'll randomly get like a page, a chapter, not chapter, but like it was in the chapter, it'd be like a page, paragraph, nothing very long, but of different characters in the story's point of view. So that's really interesting, kind of seeing like what their mindset is like. It's kind of like a sad vibe going on with some of these home lives and the parents of these kids' lives and their mindsets. I believe Vix's mom had a rough upbringing, so it's kind of emulated into how she raises her kids and how she behaves, and like the stress and kind of harshness she puts upon her kids. And then we kind of see the dad and the mom for Caitlin, and the mom is like has boyfriends, she kind of travels. Whenever the daughter's gone, she desires her free time to go do her thing and not like have to be a mom. And so that's very interesting. And then the sibling for Caitlin is kind of very quiet, a little grouchy. So I'm gonna think that we're gonna get more with there, but he's very quiet, doesn't really talk a lot. So it's interesting so far. I don't know my thoughts really yet on it. I enjoy like the different point of views. I find that really cool, the way it's done. That's not really good vocabulary, but cool. So I'm going to spend at least 2 hours reading it. I'll give you guys an update before I go to bed, how far I got and my thoughts on that part so far. But like I said, I'm on page 60, so we're going to spend the evening reading this. My goal is to finish this tomorrow, which will be Thursday. It's currently Wednesday. So I'd like to get a good chunk hopefully in tonight and then finish it tomorrow and then start our last book for this reading vlog and finish that by like Saturday is my plan. I had stuff to annotate this with, but so far I don't know if I'm going to annotate this. It's not feeling like I want to annotate it. Maybe later on there'll be some quotes or things once we get further into the story that I want to annotate. Look, at the moment, I'm not thinking I'm annotating, but we shall see if that changes. So, hello you guys, reading update, because I've not been doing it. I went to the gym this morning. It is Friday. And then I went to the movies with my family. And I'm back home. And I made it to page 134 in this book. I'm about, I guess, like a third of the way through it. And it's weird. I don't know how I feel about it. It's not really an enjoyable read so far. There's kind of some like stuff happening in this book, or like thoughts, processes, or like potential situations that could have occurred. People are just weird in this. The adults don't like them. The main characters don't love them. The friend, Caitlin, don't love her. So that's where we're at, but we're on chapter 14. I'm gonna do my little timer thing and see what we get. It's already 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So let's see how much time we get today. I'm a little scared. 3! Okay, 3 hours. I feel like I can do that. 3 hours of this book. I'll give you more updates once I make more progress in it. I mean, I would love to finish it today, but is that going to happen? Who knows? I do feel like I read it quickly when I am reading it, but it's not anything so far that I would recommend per se. Like, I'm not having a good time. Like, nothing about this is like enjoyable. Also, the topic of it, like what's happening, is not like a fun topic to talk about some of this stuff. So it's like weird, but I'm excited, I guess, to see what happens and like if there's like a friendship or a growth or whatever that forms. Yeah, I also have no desire to really annotate this book, so I'm gonna probably take my tabs out. I do like underline and like mark certain things, but it's nothing that's like I love this quote or I love this moment. It's just like that's crazy or that's sad or that's bleh. Like, like nothing substantial really. So I'm gonna keep reading and see where we go. Okay. Reading update. I am on part 3. We are the world. And my thoughts so far have not changed. It's weird. I feel like I was on TikTok that random information will be thrown at us. This happened and then it's just like next. It's like if you're watching an old film with like the almost like stop motion, like little clips, like little videos, blip, 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 you know what I mean? Like the little whatever. That's what it feels like. You get like a snapshot and then just moves on without like discussing the effects of what happened. It's very much, I feel like, telling, not showing. Like it's just hung us what's happening. This happened next. This person thinks this next. You know what I mean? So I'm not really connecting to it per se. Like something sad happened, but like I wasn't like emotionally invested to feel emotional about it. But it was sad nonetheless. But like I wasn't like, you know, affected by it. I feel like I'm flying through it. I feel like it's easy to read, quick to read, because you're just what is happening and you just want to keep reading it. And with the different POVs, and some of them are like paragraphs or like a page, part of the chapter, and it's like a paragraph and then flip paragraph and then it's like the next chapter. So it goes by pretty quickly. But it's just interesting. I still don't really like anybody, honestly. I don't have any hate toward the main character, but it's just I don't like them. I'm not like, oh, I love her. No, nothing. But I'm excited to see what happens. I'm on page 220 out of 400. So we have about 200 pages left. So we're going to see if we can read the whole thing tonight. Maybe. We'll see. Less than an hour and a half left, and it's 8 o'clock. We're going to keep reading for the evening. Hello, reading update. I'm on part 4, making your progress. Like I said, this book is very easy to fly through. Okay? Very, very easy to fly through. Am I having a good time? No, I don't hate it. I just feel like it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so random, these things, and it's just so abrupt, everything. Like, information comes, and it's just over, moves on, next. I'm like, what is happening? But I'm almost done. I'm on page 292, okay? I have like 100 pages, 110 pages left. We're probably gonna finish it tonight. It's like 9:30, 9:20. I have 12 minutes left on my timer. I did it. We successfully completed our 3 hours. Everyone's annoying. Everyone is literally annoying. The main girl is like not as annoying, I guess. Everyone's just weird and annoying. Sorry, this angle is atrocious, but we're gonna go finish Summer Sisters at Starbucks right now. Oh my god, you literally can't even see me. I never finished it, actually, like I said I was going to, because then that night, it was a Friday night, I ended up going to my friend's house and hung out there for a while, and then Saturday, I went to work out, brunch, went to a restaurant, and then I slept all day. So we need to finish it now. I have less than 50 pages left, and it's still so weird. I don't really like anybody in it, but for not liking a book or a story with the characters, like, I'm reading it very quickly. Like, when I'm in it, I'm in it. Like, I literally sat the other day and read for like 4 hours straight, just reading. If you know me, that is so unheard of recently. It's sad, but but that's great that it is happening now. But like, for a book I don't even love. But I'm excited to see what happens at the end. Something just happened. We're on part 5. We're at like where the prologue started, like with her finding out her best friend's getting married, and we kind of find out, like, you know, we obviously led to this point. And it's so weird, this wedding and the day of the wedding, like the things that they're saying. I'm like, what kind of friend does this? Are these people friends? Like, they're friends because of almost proximity and because of their childhood, like just having summers together, and our main character wanting to get away from her house, and the best friend wanting someone to be there with her and who will just kind of tag along. But it's not really friends like that, they care and like are considerate of each other. You know what I mean? It's just a result of circumstances. It's just weird. We get random glimpses of everyone, and it's just so abrupt. So many random things just pop up and come and go without really explanation. I don't understand. But we're gonna go finish it and see what happens at the end. So, wish me luck. Reading update. We went and finished Summer Sisters by Judy Blume. And what is this book, guys? I literally don't understand. No one in here was likable. The only one that was semi-okay was the main character, but even she was annoying because she just let things happen. Random things, awful things, hurtful things were done to her, and she was just kind of like, okay. I'm sorry. These are your friends. Supposed to be your friends. The ending of this. What? I literally don't understand. The only thing really that was positive about this book was that I binged it really well. Like, I probably could have finished this like in a day or two. I just got distracted with doing other things and other plans I had. But like, when I was reading it, I was like reading it quickly. I was going through it and making my way through it. But the story, there was no life lessons besides like pick good friends. There was no growth in the characters, no change, no evolution, no growth from anyone. Okay, and just the ending was, again, this book will just drop information and that's it. Like, the most out of pocket, crazy comment, crazy plot, drops it, the end. Next paragraph, a whole new, we're at another point in life. We're just moving on. Like, there was no depth, no discussion about things that were done, and no like true reaction and like explanation for things. And the ending, like, what the heck was that? I was not expecting that, and I was literally just like, what? I don't understand. But I read it quickly, so my thoughts for ratings are like a 2.5 star. Like, I don't understand how it's not a book. Like, I don't hate this book. I'm just like, what was this book? You know, like I was hoping for like some cute friendship, life lessons, maybe hard hitting, but then like I don't even know what I learned. I'm just, some things are weird, strange, questionable, and no one was really good in here. Like, I feel like it's gonna stick with me because of how weird it was and how like uneventful, but like eventful the story was, and how out of depth, but like I'm gonna think about it probably for a while because of the weirdness of it. But like, it wasn't a book that I would recommend per se. I would recommend it so we can talk about it and like explain things to me, because like if you've read this, let me know down below like what your thoughts are on it. Like, if you loved it, I love that for you, but I don't know what I missed. And I was gonna annotate this. No, I'm taking my stickers out of this book because that was not worthy of my annotation. I just tore a page. Oopsies. Here are my stickers. So yeah, this book was interesting. If you read it again, let me know what your thoughts are, what you think. I've never had an experience like this, I feel like, where I just like don't even know what happened or why anything happened or if it's explained anything. But like, I guess yay for our main character. She kind of had an okay life at the end. Like, next we're gonna read These Summer Storms. I have high hopes for this one. I've heard good things. I'm excited. We're gonna take the dust jacket off of it because I'm not trying to get it all ruined. But I'm very excited for this one. I don't know much about it, but it's summer vibes, mystery, I think, family things, intrigue. Hopefully we can do a good chunk because I wanna get this done. We have one more week in August to get my other books read. Talk to you guys later once we've started the book. Okay, you guys, let's do a reading update. I also forgot that I no longer have been using the timer, so we'll do that tomorrow. But it's Monday night. I'm going to bed. I'm on chapter 9, page 130 of the book, and I'm really enjoying it. So we have our main character, Alice, and she has gone back to her island that her family owns. Her family dad is like a mega rich billionaire who created Storm Inc. and has like devices and tablets and just a very big franchise billionaire, lots of money. And something happened 5 years ago that she and her family became estranged and like was kind of kicked out of the family. Hasn't seen them in 5 years. Her dad ends up passing away and they end up all reconvening at the island at their house to have their funeral celebration of life. When they get there, they end up getting letters that are telling them basically things they have to do in order to gain their inheritance from their dad passing. So it's kind of like the inheritance games where they're solving clues, trying to figure out what's going to happen, and that they also think that this is not it. Like, once they even accomplish these goals in the next few days, there'll probably still be something else that's going to happen. We're also trying to uncover exactly what happened 5 years ago that caused Alice and her family to be estranged, why no one was there for her. We also met someone at the beginning of the book who is playing a role now, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen there. I'm like, is there a romance? Is there not a romance? Or is the family going to unify? Is the family going to stay divided? I don't know, but the sibling rivalry and the sibling like banter, I get it, but also infuriating. And I'm like, just like, oh, you guys are annoying. Okay, you guys are annoying. But I'm excited to see like what happens and where things go from the story, just what occurs, and hopefully getting shocked. And I just ended on a part that was very interesting, so I'm excited to see where that leads to for tomorrow. My goal is to hopefully finish this tomorrow. I actually don't have my internship or practicum tomorrow, and I only have a little bit of work tomorrow evening, and I'm going to watch the Love Island reunion also tomorrow night. But besides that, I'm basically free, so hopefully we can finish this book tomorrow, and we can finish out this reading vlog. I'm enjoying this book. It's easy to read, I feel like. Once I'm in it, I'm intrigued, trying to put pieces together, see how things are going to play out. I really don't know, but I'm excited to try to see if I can figure it out as the story progresses. Hello you guys, let's do a wrap up for this reading vlog because it was a little bit of a mess, my filming. We started off filming it and then we just didn't really, but I did finish the books, and this is for my, we were reading summer books before summer officially ended, and we did do it. So let's talk about the 3 books that I read and my thoughts on them quickly to wrap up this video. The 3 books I read was The Passion Project by London Sperry, and then I read Summer Sisters by Judy Blume, and then I read These Summer Storms by Sarah McLean. Okay, so the first book we read was The Passion Project, and I love this book so much. This one definitely was my favorite of the 3. I just love the romance. I ate it up. It's about our main character, and she is trying to find things she's passionate about. She ends up working with this guy that she was going on a fake date with. Not a fake date. She was going on a date with this guy for the first time that they met online, or she was set up on a date and she was gonna meet him. She ended up not going, getting anxiety, went across the street to sit by herself and eat, and runs into him. And then they're kind of working together to find passion and to just enjoy their city and their lives, and her dealing with the things she's going through at this time. And I love this book so much. I tabbed it it a lot. I enjoyed the romance a lot. I had such a fun time. This is exactly what I needed for a summer romance. I loved it. Honestly, this is a book I feel like I would reread again in the summer. It was just so cute, so wholesome. I love just seeing like the different things they did in their cities to find new things to enjoy. And it's a reminder for like in general in your life, like there's so many things like free will, like there's so many things you could go do and explore and try out for the first time just because, like just to do it. And I love that. And the romance was super sweet. I just love the growth and the evolution and the friendships in here. And I just had a great time with this one. Really enjoyed it. And I love like the tension between them and like the romance, but then also like not having a romance, but like that you can feel the banter, you can feel the tension between them. And I just thought it was so sweet. I had a great time with this one and I highly recommend this one. Amazing. Next I read Summer Sisters by Judy Blume. And this book, I fear, my best word to describe it is weird. Like, I just think this book was weird. It was not what I was expecting at all. It's about two friends. Something happened when they weren't talking for a while, and then she gets invited to like be like a maid of honor, a bridesmaid at her friend's wedding. And it goes back in time to like all the summers that led up to this point, and them like seeing each other again and discussing like kind of what happened. And it is just, there was not a single likable character for me in here. Main character was like okay, like I didn't hate her, but like everyone else was just weird. There was like kind of icky topics and like things going on in here, but nothing was addressed. It was very surface level, and like things would happen and they would just be like, this happened next summer, and I'm like, what do you mean we're not gonna like delve deeper into the things that are going on that I feel like should be spoken about? The parents of these kids, or the parents of the main character, oh my goodness, and this girl, like her mom, like they were just, everyone was weird. And the situation with the ending of this, like I don't understand. And like the way I literally I'm trying not to spoil it for you guys, but it was like this book, it was just weird. There were so many things that were not discussed or talked about. It was brought up, not explained, nothing. And then the ending was just not what I was expecting at all. And the leading up to the ending was just like, I'm just so confused. Like the French, like they're friends, and it's just weird. It's weird. Okay, this one did not do its job. And it's, what's interesting about this book is that it made me want to read it. Like I was like, when I would read it, I was reading it quickly. I was in it, but I didn't really enjoy it. I don't understand. If you've read this, let me know what your thoughts are on it. I don't understand. I don't get it. If I were to rate it, it's probably like a 2-star, honestly. It just did not add anything. Did not add anything to me as a reader. No enjoyment. No quotes found, like newfound love of nothing. It's weird. This is probably one of the weirdest books I've read, because I was expecting stuff, like, I don't know, I thought it was gonna be really good, and the way it was written, I guess, was captivating, because like I said, when I was reading it, I would read it, like I would be going through it quickly, and I was like shocked by the fact that I was reading it quickly for not enjoying it. And then These Summer Storms, I read this one, then I also did listen to part of it while reading it and listening to an audiobook, but I did really enjoy this one. It's a kind of like a mystery. We have our main character and she's going back to this island that her family like owns because her dad's like super rich and it's like a tech company, and he ends up passing away, and so she's going back to the house on this island because they're like gonna have like his celebration of life funeral, and she hasn't seen her family in like 5 years because she was kind of kicked out of the family because something happened in the past that caused her dad to basically like shun her. And so we're kind of seeing what happened. And then there's also a whole like inheritance aspect, and they have to like kind of do certain things in order to get their inheritance. So I like that part. It kept it very like intrigued and wanting to know what's gonna happen. There's also like a subplot of romance in here, which I really enjoyed, and not knowing like what was gonna happen. I also love seeing like the family relationships, because sometimes it's just like family is so unique. You can be bickering and then the next second you're defending each other and supporting each other. So I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was a good time. I really enjoyed figuring out the whole inheritance aspect. The romance in here I did enjoy, and I like seeing the family kind of growing and like overcoming things and like facing things that happened in the past and how they're reconciling it presently. So this one I did really enjoy. So if I would have ranked them, it would definitely be Passion Project, These Summer Storms, Summer Sisters. So these are the 3 books I read to finish off my summer with some summary reads. It now is currently in the middle of September, so a little late on editing and filming this video, but we did do it. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time getting in some last minute summer books, and Passion Project was definitely a hit on this list. And I like These Summer Storms also. I like the mystery aspect of it and like the whole kind of games with the inheritance. So definitely recommend these 2. This one, go into it if you want to. And if you do read it, let me know your thoughts. But if you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I filmed these videos a while ago and now I'm going back to edit them. So bear with me. We're gonna be better at the end of this year into 2026. But yes, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.